Okay, well, we have a video. Now, I really didn't want to talk about this fucking movie because I really don't give a shit about it. I mean, I really, really, really do not give a fuck if it fails, if it succeeds. The movie itself. But I will go out and admit, I'm kind of excited to see this movie. I just want to see it. I don't know why, but it's hilarious. It's just a hilarious. Look at Zegler. She's such a little. She's such a train wreck. She's actually kind of entertaining because she's just a girl who just is so entitled. It's almost comical, and you know what? There were aspects of this movie I kind of want to see. I want to see how bad it is. I want to see Ziegler embarrass herself. I want to see and we'll get to this. Oh, trust me, this is basically why I made this video. The crazy psychedelic dwarves I just gotta see. And this movie looks like it was made with AI, okay? It looks like it was fucking made with AI. So I'm gonna see this movie just because look at it. It looks like it's like an AI fever dream. So, I mean, it's hilarious. Zegler is hilarious, and we're going to talk about her. But, I mean, look at the fucking state of this stuff. It's like, it does look like it's AI, doesn't it? And I bet you that they've already started. I bet you there's secret programs that, cost millions of dollars for the license now, and they can just type it in and it just generates all this shit. I mean, I'd love to be proven wrong where they said, no, they actually hired a studio and all these animators took and spent all these countless hours doing this when really there's AI tools that can just do this all for you already, basically. And like, look at the look on her face. I mean, Ziegler is just such a train wreck. So let's look at that. That's got to be one of the biggest ratios in YouTube history. 1.7 million downvotes. The hilarious that it actually has that ticker on it for the downvotes. And of course, I use a Firefox extension, so it gives me these. But I mean, my God, that's my comment. What a bunch of cockadookie. If I saw this movie on a plane, I would still walk out. So it's gold because Snow White's kind of like the, they're brave enough to leave the comment section. So we covered this. We covered this, but this is a hilarious segue. So let's go on to Rachel Zegler. Now, Zegler, the Zeegs she's a poster child for young female entitlement. She made a couple YouTube videos. She was plucked out of obscurity. We all know why, is because she's a diverse, leftist, insane woman. And she just has that look about her, She just has that, I'm smarter and better than everyone else, even though she never worked for anything that she's done in her entire life, given millions of dollars for no apparent reason, entitlement, female empowerment, just completely tone deaf type of person who just thinks everyone else is below her. And you know what? She does it to herself. And look at that. Never have I seen a person so unattractive and just snooty. I mean, that's the word for it. She is fucking snooty. She's a fucking snooty little crab. And she... that title with this one always gets me. She I mean, this should be in the Oxford Dictionary for fucking feminism and leftism. She's I don't know her ethnicity, but she's Mexican. She's a woman. She of course stands up for Palestine and all this other leftist crap. She's just not a very good looking woman. I hate to say it because, I have no shame in, insulting a woman. Women can quickly come at you for, oh, you're a fat insult, blah, 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 ugly, huh? You never get pussy. That kind of talk comes from women all the time to all men across all society. If he's not good looking enough or rich enough, don't even waste your time type actor. So I'm gonna go out right and say it. Ziegler she's fucking ugly. Like she just is. She's got no curves. She's a tiny little woman, completely flat chested, an ugly face. I can't even imagine what she looks like without makeup on. When a makeup can't even fix a woman, you know there's problems there. So I mean, uh, she, she just personifies entitlement, and that's why people feel the way she does about her. But I kind of have a soft spot in my heart for Ziegler because she's just so cringe. She's just so uh, tone deaf. She's so not. She's just not a good actress. She just is terrible at acting because nothing about her feels authentic. She just feels like she's completely a person who's just given everything in life, and everybody can see that, and that's why they feel the way they do about Snow White. Wow. Getting to all that aside, I really don't care about Ziegler and her entitlement because there's millions of women just like her all across the world, just giving it all. Like, never has to work for anything in their life, never has any struggles or problems. She has everything that anybody could want in life, and she still fucking complains and makes it seem like she has it so difficult. So, is it going to Variety? Is it gonna make 50 million opening? I don't know. I would go see the Robert De Niro movie, mob drama, Alto Nights. I want to see that. So, anyways, Disney's live action remake, targeting for 45 to 50 million. It could do well because it's technically a movie made for kids, and it's not a bad thing that it's made for kids, but is are kids really gonna like this? Are people really gonna aspire to be like Rachel Zegler, who's so not a Disney princess? It's not even funny. She's just an entitled woman, given everything for free in life, and it might make money. It might actually do something. How much is its budget? I don't know. Who knows? Who fucking knows how much this shit cost? But it certainly wasn't cheap. So I mean, they really got their work cut out for. So after poisonous PR show Snow White as highs and hoes for a fairy tale ending at the box office. A lukewarm start. If this just bombs, I honestly don't care either way. If it does amazing, if it does shitty, I still have the same feelings about it. It's just like where we're at in the world nowadays, this fucking Snow White shit. And you know what? You really gotta wonder what the fuck they were thinking. Now I've said Gal Gadot's hot, and I know I can't you can't deny that Gal Gadot has this Israeli goddess sex appeal thing going on with her. So Gal Gadot she's an admirable actor. Unlike Ziegler, who's just a little entitled, annoying person. But there is one thing about Snow White, for me personally, that I am so excited about. I want to see, and I'm just going to jump for joy the moment I can. And that is, of course, the absolutely fucking weird ass psychedelic fucking dwarves. What the hell is wrong with them? Look at them! Look at these fucks. They look ridiculous. And to think that, we were talking about this whole thing about diversity, equity, and inclusion because this is what they, wanted to push. Like, you can't tell me that there's not 7 dwarves out there, maybe different ethnicities than just white, a Mexican one and a, Filipino or, any of these dwarves. You can't tell me that there's not them actors out there looking for work that are real little people. And they went with this fucking, look at that! They look like psychedelic, weird ass fucking dwarves, and I can't wait to see them in action. I want to see them talk. I want to see them move. They look abhorrent, and it's like Like, I want to see that. I can't wait to see these fucking. Look at them. They are just absolutely fucking ridiculous looking, and like, look at Ziegler around them all is just gonna. It's just gonna be weird. It's just gonna be weird as fuck, and I'm all for weirdness. I encourage the weirdness, but you know, I can only imagine what's gonna fucking occur in this fucking movie. Oh man, it's funny. Now, apparently, people are saying that there's gonna be another. These are not like other dwarf members. These are just random people or something in the movie. But the fact that with all this push for inclusion, they don't go with an actual underrepresented group midgets and to play dwarf or dwarf people or whatever. It's funny. It's really, really, really funny. And I'm gonna love watching the circuit of all my favorite creators, the Ryan Kindles, the Film Threats, just talking about this fucking disaster. Because it's like Disney just can't do it. They fucked Star Wars up. They fucked all their live action remakes up. They just don't understand. They just don't understand. So this is like the original. Look at how they looked in the original. And then look how they look now. Like, they just look fucking weird. And it's like, you really gotta wonder with these people what the fuck they were on when they came up with that. Look at that! That has to be AI. It has to be maybe they use algorithms to help them with the development process of this. But I could pick this image out of an AI chat or AI text generator just like that, and just did Snow White dwarves hyper realistic, and it would pop this shit out. So this is all very funny. This is very funny. I want to see the psychedelic fucking mushroom dwarves. It's weird. It's just really, really, really weird, isn't it? And this is like the biggest fucking movie ever right now. Like, you're really gonna tell me that this is such a look at that? Ugh, look at that one. Look at that fucker. That fucker looks like he's a fucking serial killer. And that one, the kid looking one, I don't know their fucking names. Is that Dopey or, they just look weird. There's no way to describe how weird they are, and I cannot wait to see all this in action. I just want to see what occurs here. I have to see this movie. I have to see it. I have to see it. Obviously, I might wait for it because there's no way in fucking hell I have to pay. I'll do the ticket pay for a ticket for this thing. But you know what? Like, it's just, oh man, the look of those dwarves, the absolute state of them, and to see them in motion, and to see them, bitching and whining at Ziegler to get to work, it's just gonna be funny. It's that perfect saturated level of comedy where it's so bad it's good territory. It is so bad it's good territory. And Ziegler she. I gotta give her credit. She makes a little bit of the so bad it's good thing, because this is her big magnum opus thing. We're gonna get to see her in some of the most embarrassing ass situations you could ever have when she's marching around with the CGI dwarfs. We know they're not real, so it's literally just Zegler dancing and singing around as these CGI monstrosities revolve around her. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be really, really fucking funny. And yeah, why not? Why not have fun? They make this garbage, and let's consume it in a way they don't intend to doing it. Let's make fun of it. It's fun. It's fun to make fun of things. And I think Ziegler, she just can't help herself, can she? She just can't help but be this woman who has been the poster. Oh, it's sad. I'm I've seen women working at Walmart that are hotter than her, man. Oh. she's, she's so fucking weird. I love it. I love Rachel Zegler. You gotta. I mean, you just gotta. She's just not a star. She just isn't. She doesn't exude any confidence in herself. She doesn't have any type of likability. And you can kind of just tell she's just lived this kind of life where she's just probably goes out and parties, has a good amount of money, has a very strong family support network, uh, agents calling her up, probably all this controversy she's stirred has increased her fame somehow. It's just a weird world we live in. It's just you know we want a princess, but then we get just a absolute mid. It's fucking hilarious, and it's like Gal Gadot, on the other hand, is extraordinarily hot. She's got that Israeli warrior princess thing going on with her. It's good. Whereas Ziegler is just like an entitled party chick. It's funny. Oh god, that is such an unflattering dress. It's not even funny. And the fact that they kept these two bitches separated during all the promo material, they'd probably just fucking tear each other apart. One likes Palestine, one is legitimately an Israeli soldier. It's too good to be true. It just is. And Spielberg, what the fuck is it? Maybe Spielberg knew. You know what? I gotta give credit where credit is due. Maybe Spielberg knew that she just exudes entitlement, and she comes across as someone that people just love to hate. And maybe he saw that and was like, hey, this girl is like, she's kind of a little weird looking. She looks like a little worm, and she has this like, she has what's it called again? Ziegler has it's like that thing when women are really like, they just like, they inflate themselves to like the biggest level possible. Self-confidence, over emphasis on themselves. I don't know what it is, but Ziegler's got something, and I gotta hand it to her and Spielberg, who gave this all to her, is that like she is kind of funny, and watching her fail just is entertainment. She's entertaining. I can't believe I'm saying that, but she is entertaining for all the reasons she didn't anticipate. And this movie, man, this movie is going to be a treat to watch. It's going to be a real treat to watch, just because the fact that, you know, you're going to have okay sets and designs, and it's gonna be like a fucking cringe weird story that just everybody will feel so out of place. And I'm a sucker for fantasy, so I mean, give me the shittiest movie possible and put me in a fantasy world, and I'll lap that shit up. uh, it's gonna be entertainment for all the reasons they didn't want. They think this is special and everybody's happy and look at this. No, this is so bad it's good territory, and this is like triple A, so bad it's good territory. I can't wait to see it. I don't give a fuck about spoilers, obviously. I just want to see this insanity, obviously production hell situation just go off the fucking rails for Ziegler. And I cannot wait to, if this bombs hardcore at the box office and they just don't, like, it just like is below everyone's expectations, because parents are like, well, we don't want our kids going to see a movie about identity politics and Gaza and all this stuff, not knowing that it's just an absolutely shitty CGI fest movie. They're like, we don't want to take our kids to see Snow White. There's going to be like diversity and messaging, and we just don't want it. And maybe it just bombs, and the look on Rachel Zegler's face when this is just a colossal failure for Disney. Everybody wants to see it happen, and it's going to be so good if it does. because you just love to hate Ziegler. She's so funny how she's just entitled and she's just selfish and she's the epitome of everything of what the Western female has grown to adopt. How she's just, oh, it's so weird. Weird is fucking right. And the dwarves are fucking sneaking and creeping around, pulling off her sheets and shit. Look at those fucking dwarves, man. And it looks like they're CGI animals. I love how the animals don't even nearly resemble real animals. They're just like complete AI CG monstrosities. So can't wait to see Snow White. You know, I'm never gonna fucking pay to see it in the theater. There's no hope there, but this is gonna be a fun one. And just like Assassin's Creed Shadows, this is entertainment. This is entertainment, baby. This is Hollywood, baby. Is when you have all this good entertainment, and then you have this shitty, funny, terrible slop, and they're like you put the two together, and that's your entertainment. Because at the end of the day, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid, but at the same time, it's funny. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Snow White. Never fucking pay to go see this shit, but at the same time, I want to see it because I just have to see this stupidity. It just has to be done. It's gonna be good, and those are my thoughts on Snow White. And Ziegler, if you're listening, you know, you may be a cringe train wreck, but deep down, I feel like you have a heart, and you may be a cringe entitled woman, but at the same time, you're innocent enough to just, you know, she just belly flopped into stardom, and it's kind of endearing in a way. So I don't have any ill intentions against Ziegler, but she's just one of those, you know. She's so fun to pick on because at the end of the day, she's just a fucking train wreck. So peace out.